We come to the last part of the event, and which is, in my mind, the most important part. We are all running. We all love running, and we love taking part in races. I can say this for myself. If the Mumbai Marathon was not there, I would not have been a runner. I was always a fit person. I was always a gym going person. I was always looking after my weight. But because there is an event, we take up running. The minute you fill the form, I like to say that, until the hall ticket comes, nobody opens the books and studies. No student is so studious that he studies whether there's an exam or there is no exam. So running events are the exams that all of us as runners want to test ourselves, get all this knowledge, become a better runner, and ultimately that one scorecard is your personal best number. Now, if ProCam was not there, I would not have been a runner. And if so many other events were not there, giving me a choice and flavor of events, then many of us would not be running as much, because just once a year we would run ProCam and then probably not do anything. But now we are seeing many runners run events throughout the year. And this is because of many entrepreneurs who have taken it upon themselves to organize running events throughout the year for us. We felt that in any summit there should be an interaction between those who organize runs and those who run in those runs, so that there is a healthy relationship between the runner and the event organizer. Both sides express views, and the running organizers, event organizers themselves also express views, and there is a healthy debate, and the running space improves because of this interaction. So before I call on the stage, I also want to thank the sponsors, without whom I am really thankful, because this event would not have been possible. First and foremost is Chintu Karya from Sporting Tools. Chintu and myself share the same background. Both of us are chartered accountants who went into running. So I don't know what it is about chartered accountants, but we like to leave our accounts behind and take up running. But Chintu has gone into the sports of this, and he very willingly picked up the tab for hosting the lunch. So if you enjoyed the lunch, you should thank him. If you didn't enjoy the lunch, you should thank me. If you like the menu, you should thank Kinita. Okay, and Sporting Tools is probably the best agency in the country that stocks the most leading brands. Asics and Oakleys are their two premium brands. Foam rollers, Bosso Boost, anything that you want, about I think 40, 50 items in sports and training and fitness is what they stock throughout the country. And I've known him for a number of years. The second is Puma, and Puma very willingly came and gave each one of us a gift card. Their shoes are available here for a discount for if you want to buy. Of course, it's not worth wearing it tomorrow because you do nothing new on race day. But if you want, it's this. Each one of you has got a race card, a gift card, which is equal to 500 rupees. It's like putting 500 rupees back, because you can go into a shop and just buy a pair of socks for 500 rupees. I don't know if a pair of socks is 500 rupees in Puma, but you can buy that, technically pay no money and come out. Okay, so that is the second. Unived, the team that sponsored tea, is I know Amit for a very long time. I have been using his product, which is the reddish rice, for my own this, because I am a heart patient. I need to take statins, but Amit makes reddish rice, which is in India. He came back from the US and decided to set up a nutraceutical company with very high ethical values. So all the products that he makes are vegan, no animal is tested, no animal products are used. The omega-3, which I would highly recommend that everybody should have, Kinita must have talked about omega-3, is derived from algae, which is more costlier than deriving from fish, because the fish eats the algae, which is a seaweed, and then makes the omega-3, which then from the fish you take it. But the fish also contains mercury. So taking omega-3 as a runner to beat the oxidative stress from algae is more recommended than taking omega-3 from fish river oil. So thank you, Amit, for coming and this. So these are the three sponsors, and lastly, Nature Valley, whose granola bars probably you all have all been snacking on, and they very willingly gave us granola bars. I said, it will be help for the carb loading the previous day. So with these few words, I would like to call Rajesh Vecha, who has kindly consented to chair the session, where running event organizers will talk within themselves. They'll share their problems in the running, organizing running events, and we can also give them feedback on what we expect and how it can be better. So I would like to welcome on the stage Rajesh Vecha. Rajesh, come. Rajesh Vecha is the organizer of Hyderabad Marathon, Hyderabad Runners. He is somebody who has promoted running very intensively in the south. I would like to call Arvind Bharti. Arvind Bharti is, many people know him as A2, one of the key guys behind Runners for Life, which is the biggest community of runners in our country. I would like to call Nikhil Shah. Nikhil Shah is again, most of them are doing this voluntarily. Nobody gets paid to organize running events. Okay, they are doing this. They are taking a lot of effort to put running events for us, so that we can become runners and become healthier. So I cannot just say enough of thanks to each one of you. No. Yeah, yeah. And Nikhil Shah, I would like to call Mr. Mukesh Mishra from Jaipur. He organizes the Jaipur Marathon, and he has specifically come down just to be part of this event today. Thank you very much for coming. I would like to call Sham Lata from Sham organizes the Matheran Run, which is the probably closest out of Bombay experience in running that you can get. Okay. I'd like to call Paresh also. And I would like to call, if Sham organizes the running event that is closest out of Bombay running event, then Deepak Patel has come all the way from Chicago. And he organizes probably the furthest running event in India, which is the Ladakh High Marathon. So we have got the key running event organizers here. And I would like Rajesh to take it up, discuss what are the issues, runners can ask them questions, give your feedback. It's an open house.
Good evening, everybody. And I realize that most of us are also running, so we'd like to not short-circuit it, but try to give the essence of what we have been doing in this area. And as Venkat was telling, but for the fact that Mumbai Marathon, none of us would be here. So events are very big, and as he says, marathons have actually brought common man to the forefront of, I would say, an active lifestyle. That's very important, and and that's very important that the fact of getting, whatever the research we have presented here and all that, when I started off a running group or whatever it is in the last 10 years, the idea was to get as many people active and see that this becomes a way of life, and in this process, they're going to do the 5Ks, 10Ks, 15Ks. But these events actually help them focus their active lifestyle and try to achieve what they want. So just before I came here, I was realizing there were almost close to 32 marathons now in the country, and level 2, level 3, level 1. I'm not talking about the multiple things in the city of Mumbai or multiple things in the city of Chennai, which is like a lot more. So there is a very, very big movement, I would say, to what is happening, and we only have to see how we can sustain this, and events play a very big role. So thanks to Venkat for having given us this opportunity. And here we have a different set of this thing. We have, as Zen Endurance conducts, I would say, what is boutique events, and then probably Mukesh and myself, we do the city events. Arvind Bharti, who represents RFL, even Nikhil also does the Pune Marathon. So we are from the city marathons, and as Venkat was telling, we all have a regular life, that is professional life, personal life, and a running life. So running life, again, half of it is now going into organizing, which is very difficult. So, and then you have RFL, which is one of the #1 event management company in the area of running, both organizing events, consulting, and they do have the club which has been doing this area. So broadly, I would just set the tone, and I would request each member to share their thoughts in certain areas of what they think are important, how they can be improvised, and then I'll give my concluding remarks. What I realize in the entire events, the first and foremost, what I realize is the effort to make it an all-inclusive affair. All-inclusive means, though as runners we think about running and all those things, unless you get the city on board, you get the corporates on board, the general public at large, because I know how many times we have to run around the police to get the permissions, or despite all that, on the event day, when there are traffic jams, you must see how people are very furious about it. There are a lot of challenges which we face, and probably all of us are in the same boat in terms of sponsorships and issues. I mean, today you have a Procam or you have a Delhi or Mumbai Marathon, which are very well funded as compared to our events. So funding is a very big issue. So one is the government. How do you get them on board? So what I realize is going ahead, if your local governments don't realize that this is important, it's part of it, it's going to be a big challenge for us to go. So we have to get them to work continuously with them. Otherwise, it's going to be very different. So government, it means everything. The municipality, the police. Like for example, in Hyderabad, we have a very interesting incident. We run around the tank bund, which is like, center of the city and which is very important. In the morning, if you have 80 people gather over there, suddenly the police will come and ask, what are you doing over here? This is despite the fact that it is a regular weekly affair. So they come and ask, what is this gathering all about? Did you get police permission? So we tell them, this is just we are running. No. Any gathering of more than 10 people, you should get police permission in that area. So I'm just telling you how local laws can work from city to city. This is I'm talking about, let alone the marathon. I'm talking about a weekly run. So these are challenges which we face. And then we finish our run in the stadium. So getting the stadium from the sports authority is a very, very big process. And we know that we organize our event every last Sunday we organize it, last Sunday of August. And we have requested them, can you block this for the next 3-4 years? Let alone for next 3-4 years. He says for every year I have to come to him in the month of February, nothing earlier. So before that, if somebody blocks, I have to go behind that person. So I've just given. So government, it has to be all inclusive. Next is the public. So one of the good things about running is when you're all running, many people see you running and they will try to come and join. When you organize the event which goes through the city, over a period of time it will sink in. So I remember when I ran Mumbai Marathon in 2005, the traffic flow opened up after 3.5-4 hours. And I had to literally complete it walking on the thing. But now if you look at the support in Pedder Road, I know that it's there till 10:30, 11 also, you have support all the way. So public play a very important thing. And you realize that many people from various societies, they're all participating, your friends, family. So you have to see how you can get the public involved in all this thing. So the general public at large, how and where, you must kind of look at different things. Next thing is the corporates. I mean, we haven't had a very great experience with corporates. Probably, I'm sure many of them will agree on this front. I don't want to name a company, but we have not been able to send an email. We've not been able to convince them to send out an email to the company that there's an event like this, it's happening. So we have not been able to. They say that there are liability issues. Because of our email, if they participate, it seems the company can get pulled up. So I don't want to name the company, but that's a harsh reality we face. So what I realize is corporates are important, but the best way out is get as many general public involved. That's the best way to go ahead. And the last, sponsorships. I mean, I'm sure all of us are again in similar area where we are. Now the corporates are coming in, but probably like big cities like Mumbai, Delhi, it's taken out because of Procam. But for some reason or something, what we do in all these places, despite the fact that we don't have any commercial interest and all those kind of stuff, it's very, very difficult to get them around. So we all discuss amongst ourselves like how to kind of reduce cost of event, how to improve the experience. So there's going to be a very big challenge. So these are the 3-4 things which I feel are very critical if you want these events to become sustainable in this process. So I would like to first give Nikhil's, Pune Marathon is the youngest, what the Pune running is organized. Pune Marathon, International Marathon has been there in 1986, but you know who conducts it, Mr. Kalmadi, and that's a different thing. I don't want to get into that. So it's the youngest marathon, city marathon organized by running group. So he'll give his views, then Arvind will give his views on, these are the 3-4 points which you have touched upon. And then probably we'll take any questions or whatever and then close it. Yeah.
Thanks, Rajesh. I think Rajesh covered it very well. The apathy from the government organizations, that's the most difficult thing to crack always. Like you go to the we had one incident where one of the political parties, after our event luckily was over, at the end of it they came and says, oh, there is a Shivaji statue over here, and by doing a function over here, you are insulting Shivaji. So it was a big mess afterwards. One of our friends, they had to go to the court and then fight it, and it was mess. But luckily, the event had happened. People don't come at 6 a.m. to protest against such things. That's the lucky part. But like apathy from the government organization is something that we have to deal with again and again. So that's, I think, and I think it will change. It will change. It just because the government is also part of the general public. As we get more runners, more people interested. If we look at the percentage of population in Mumbai, which is going to run tomorrow, it's a very, very small fraction. So there is a lot of scope to grow. And as we get more and more public involved, like if you look at the percentage of population in New York Marathon and percentage of population in Mumbai Marathon, so we have a lot of ground to cover over there. And as we see that growth, the people will be interested in the events, and we'll see the change happen. So that's the biggest, I think, the issue for organizers.
First of all, to start with, I think a lot of respect for the guys who are sitting here. I know how difficult it is to conduct an event, and I'm sure all of you have faced similar challenges that we've been talking about. So I just want to touch upon one fact. In fact, my organization is a little different. I think most of the people here are spending a lot of personal time, are working in other jobs and sort of still able to sort of conduct events. In our, my case is very different. I work for Runners for Life. I've been working for it full time now for the past 8 years. We have a very young team. Our model is a little different. What we are trying to do is we are trying to create careers for youngsters who like sport, who want to be in the business of sport. We are trying to create a business which can be self-sustaining based on the running boom. And the good part is all of us run, so we also understand what runners want, and that's the basic idea. But yeah, we face very similar challenges when it comes to permissions and things like that. In particular, when it comes to sponsorship, I think most of the brands, and I think it's getting better. I think there's no need to paint a extremely gloomy picture here. That's not the point, really. I think it's gotten really good over the last 4-5 years. I'm actually, because we've been talking to different companies about sponsorship of events. Some of our events have now sponsors, some of them don't. But in general, the response that we see now over the last 4-5 years have been really good. More and more companies are now looking more and more towards running as another sport which they want to support, be it shoe companies or product companies which are involved in running, or companies like TCS, Wipro. There are companies which are putting in a lot of effort and time to get their employees to run. That's something that we've seen over the last few years, which is getting to be good. But just touching upon another point is us being like a for-profit organization, we face this challenge quite often, especially when you go to government organizations. There seems to be some problem that we are a for-profit organization, and I don't see why that's a problem, because there are IT companies which have started in India which are doing really well, say Infosys or Wipro. Why can't there be a sport-related company which starts small and slowly grows? And it's not like we are trying to rob anybody, really, right? So we are actually trying to provide a service for which we are charging, and it's an open market, right? So we're charging some fees for conducting that event. And if people who are out there in the market feel that it's valid and it's something that they can pay for, it's a straightforward sort of an equation, right? And we have some of our events which are sold out, which means that there is a market out there for which we are able to, provide the kind of service that people are looking for. But that's another perception that we, I think, in particular face. Say when I go to, say, a government organization, oh, you guys are trying to make money. So I don't know why that's a big problem. But in another sense, one more point that I would like to say is event management is actually not a money-making space. Okay, it's not. It's very tough. You have to probably endure few years of conducting an event, something like the Mumbai Marathon is done now. Over the last 11 years, they've brought it to a stage where now I'm sure they are able to, have the kind of profits that they would be looking at. But I'm sure the first 3-4 years, it would have been really tough for them as well. So it's a slow sort of process, and over a period of time is what something like this builds. So yeah, if any of you are interested in getting into event management, you have to realize that it does involve a lot of passion, a lot of hard work, and it's a long-term game. It's like running at some sense. It's something that improves over a period of time. Yeah, so that's my 2 bits on that.
हाय मेरा नाम मुकेश मिश्रा है और मैं जयपुर मैराथन से आया। मैं कुछ बातें अपने दिल से आप लोगों तक पहुंचाना चाहता हूं। पहली बात यह कि आप सबको भगाने से पहले हमको बहुत भागना पड़ता है, और उसके लिए हमें एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के पास भी जाना होता है, स्पॉन्सर्स के पास भी जाना होता है, रनर्स के पास भी जाना होता है, सिटी को भी इन्वॉल्व करना होता है। जयपुर ने पिछले 4 साल में पिछले साल 43,000 रनर्स को दौड़ाया। 2010 में जब हमने शुरू किया तो शुरुआत में जब हमने वहाँ हाफ मैराथन शुरू किया तो लोग समझते थे 6 किलोमीटर हाफ मैराथन होती है। पीपल वॉन्ट अवेयर अबाउट दैट कि हाफ मैराथन का डिस्टेंस क्या होता है। तो हमें हमारे आधा टाइम तो फ़ोन पे बताने में लगता था कि हाफ मैराथन मतलब 21 किलोमीटर है। तो बोलते नहीं वो छोटी वाली में दौड़ना है यार। सो दिस वे स्टार्टेड इन जयपुर इन 2010। 2 फरवरी को वापस हमारा 5th एडिशन है। और सबसे बड़ी जो समस्या या एक प्रॉब्लम जो हम लोग फेस करते हैं वो ये है कि रनर्स का उतना प्यार ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को नहीं मिल रहा है जो मिलना चाहिए। होता यह है, हम लोग अगर वाटर स्टेशन लगाते हैं, वहाँ पानी की बोतल रखते हैं, रनर उसको ज़मीन पे फेंक देता है। अगले दिन अखबार में फ़ोटो छपती है, शहर को गंदा कर दिया। ब्लेम किसके ऊपर है? ऑर्गेनाइजर के ऊपर है। कितना भी कर लो आप, कुछ भी, आप कितनी भी चीज़ें वहाँ लगा लीजिए, आप उसको नीट क्लीन 2 घंटे के अंदर नहीं कर सकते। आप उसको थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, 3-4 घंटे में सारी क्लीनिंग हो जाती है, लेकिन सारा ब्लेम ऑर्गेनाइजर के ऊपर होता है। दूसरा, 3 घंटे के बाद ट्रैफिक खुल गया तो ऑर्गेनाइजर पे ब्लेम है। एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को कोई ब्लेम नहीं करेगा। हम लोग जब क्रिकेट मैच में जाते हैं, क्रिकेट में कोई ग्राउंड में मैच देखने जाते हैं, वहाँ बहुत सारी चीज़ें कई बार मिसमैनेज होती हैं, लेकिन कभी भी हम ये नहीं देखते कि प्लेयर्स ने बीसीसीआई को ब्लेम किया हो, उस स्टेडियम के ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी को ब्लेम किया हो। इसीलिए क्रिकेट ग्रो अप कर रहा है धीरे धीरे और तेजी से बढ़ रहा है। क्रिकेट के प्रति प्यार बढ़ रहा है। हमें एक रनिंग के लिए हमारे प्यार को बढ़ाना होगा और ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को भी एक सपोर्ट देना होगा, जिससे कि उनको सपोर्ट मिले कि अगले साल वो फिर करें। अदरवाइज क्या होगा कि नेगेटिव नेगेटिव नेगेटिव, ऑर्गेनाइजर बोलेगा यार क्यों करें, मैं एक रन करता हूँ जिसमें 6 किलोमीटर का रन ही करूँगा, जिसमें मुझे कुछ ज़्यादा मैनेजमेंट भी नहीं करना है, मुझे ना मेडल बांटने हैं, ना मुझे टाइमिंग चिप वाला चाहिए, ना मुझे पूरे ट्रैफिक को बंद करना है। एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन भी खुशी खुशी उसकी परमिशन दे देगा 6 किलोमीटर के लिए। 21 किलोमीटर के लिए परमिशन देने में जोर आता है सबको, 42 किलोमीटर में तो और भी ज़्यादा आता है। तो हमें इस तरह का माहौल बनाना होगा कि जिससे ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को एक सपोर्ट सिस्टम मिले रनर्स से। रनिंग कम्युनिटी हमारी बहुत स्ट्रांग है। हमारे यहाँ पे इनकम टैक्स कमिश्नर भी दौड़ते हैं तो आईजी भी दौड़ते हैं, लेकिन उनका जो सपोर्ट मिलना चाहिए ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को, अगर आईजी या डीजी एक्टिवली उस कमेटी में इन्वॉल्व हो और वहाँ पे सपोर्ट करे सबको, तो ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी को भी मज़ा आएगा और सब रनर्स को भी फील जो हम चाहते हैं, जैसा करना चाहते हैं। हम लोग 6 महीने लगाते हैं किसी भी इवेंट को ऑर्गेनाइज करने में। मैराथन ऑर्गेनाइज करना कोई ईजी टास्क नहीं है। रजिस्ट्रेशन शुरू हो जाते हैं 3 महीने पहले से। उससे पहले आपको इंटरनेशनल एथलीट्स को बुलाना है, नेशनल एथलीट्स को बुलाना है, उनके स्टे अरेंजमेंट्स करने हैं, आपको गाड़ियाँ करनी हैं, एक्सपो करनी है, आपको बहुत सारे काम करने हैं। आपको एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को भी खुश रखना है, आपको सिटी को भी खुश रखना है, आपको इन्वॉल्व सबको करना है। तो एक्सपेक्टेशंस ऑर्गेनाइजर से बहुत ज़्यादा है। तो ये एक फॉरम आज मिला है पहली बार ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को कुछ बोलने का। ऑर्गेनाइजर्स तो हमेशा सुनते ही हैं, वो आप अखबार के थ्रू भी सुनते हैं, आप फेसबुक पे चले जाएं तो वहाँ भी ऑर्गेनाइजर्स पे सुन लेंगे, ब्लॉग भी बहुत सारे मिल जाएंगे आपको। लेकिन ऑर्गेनाइजर्स की जो जिसको हम कहते हैं व्यथा, वो कोई नहीं सुनता है कि क्या हो रहा है। तो मैं चाहूँगा ये कि ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को रनिंग, हम खुद भी रनिंग करते हैं, हम खुद भी दौड़ते हैं। मैं इन दोनों 10 किलोमीटर दौड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। तो हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम उस फ्रेटर्निटी का एक हिस्सा बने और रनिंग कम्युनिटी का एक सपोर्ट मिले ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को, जिससे कि इस तरह के इवेंट और ज़्यादा डेवलप हों। जैसा भी थोड़ी देर पहले किसी ने कहा कि मुंबई मैराथन नहीं थी तो लोग सोचते नहीं थे कि हमें 21 किलोमीटर या 42 किलोमीटर करना है या रनिंग ग्रुप बनाने हैं। हमारे जयपुर में आज तक कोई रनर ग्रुप नहीं हुआ करता था, अब वहाँ पर है एक, उसमें 300-400 मेंबर्स भी हैं। तो स्प्रेडली धीरे धीरे रनिंग ग्रुप भी बढ़ रहे हैं। फ़ायदा अल्टीमेटली हम सबको होना है अगर इवेंट्स होती हैं तो हम चाहेंगे कि रनर्स का एक सपोर्ट और एक प्यार सभी को मिले, जिससे कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो हैं उनको एक सपोर्ट मिले और वो नेक्स्ट ईयर और बेटर करें। इम्प्रूवमेंट एक कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस है जो हमेशा चलने वाला है। आप ये कहेंगे कि मैं पहली बार में ही अगर 21 किलोमीटर दौड़ लूँगा तो नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल है। वो ग्रेजुअली इम्प्रूव होगी चीज़ें। थोड़ा टाइम दे ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को भी कि वो इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं। नहीं कर रहे हैं तो वो फिर तो ब्लेम गेम चालू हो जाना चाहिए। लेकिन अगर इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं तो हमें उनको टाइम देना चाहिए और एक प्यार और एक सपोर्ट हम सबको एक ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को देना चाहिए। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Venkat, first of all, for giving me an opportunity to be amongst the pinnacle of organizers. Let me put it this way. You know, they are all because I've ran in the event and I've got an opportunity to pace even in Rajesh's event last time when it happened. So, hats off to incredible organization done by them, first of all. And I'm really belittled by their kind of experience, what I've seen. Very new to this organization zone, I must say. A couple of things. First, what really reminds me is the fact that I need to be very brief because I myself am running tomorrow morning and I can understand the feeling going in. Runners, of course, they need rest. The first event which I and Paresh were part of it was Mumbai Daud, which happened on 25th December. 22nd December was the actual date, but as my friend Rajesh rightly said that government apathy is one, and really the government machinery which needs to be pulled, you can never rely even till the last moment whether you have a support or no, because we had the event on 22nd December, and finally what happened is Traffic Commissioner said no, because 22nd December happened to be Narendra Modi's rally in BKC, where the entire traffic staff was deployed, and we had to postpone our event on 25th, 3 days ahead. It was thanks to all the runners who were participating who agreed, and there were hardly 8 to 10 cancellation. So the event was successful, it went well ahead. And secondly, what we really believed in, that if at all we have to kind of give local runners a good feel of the event, is stop thinking about monetary aspect. You know, first what you have to do is put in your hard work and give them back for the money what they are giving in. At the end of the day, if they are paying an X amount and they are kind of running for an event, they are doing a favor to you. So why not spend and invest that kind of money on them itself? Because credibility is based on the fact that how well you organize the event and how can you take care of the runners at the end of the day. You know, because it's not that first event you do, okay, you'll start calculating your costing and looking at how can you make profit out of that. It'll never work, as rightly put by even my friend Arvind. You know, because it's difficult for the first few years to kind of establish yourself and then think about, okay, now your event is established, even probably can turn into a business, probably if at all you think. Because first of all, you need to be passionate about running as an event itself, and then think about really going ahead and kind of making money. You know, because at the end of the day, if you are into that business, money has to come in, but when is something you leave it even after 3-4 years and then kind of make yourself established. Arvind also stated the fact that sponsorer, yes, till the last moment you are again not, you know, very sure whether you will be getting them, because they have said a yes, you bank upon them, and in the end probably they just pull out because, okay, fine, we are collating the information, we are in analysis mode, and probably this is not the right time we should sponsor. So we'll probably look at it later. So there are different challenges, but at the end of the day, you have to take the onus on you and then kind of think, how do you go about it? Mathiran was the second event. Myself, Paresh were there together. It's a unique run, niche event, because simply you cannot expect all the runners to run there. You have to cap it at a particular figure, maybe not more than 300. Challenges are enormous because you don't have conveyance there. What you have to do is either walk or take a horse. horse becomes more difficult there. So you kind of keep walking. So you probably become a bigger marathoner than actually making people run, because you're doing up, down so many times, and then kind of organizing, mobilizing all the people, mobilizing all the stuff what you need throughout the way, the water station, the volunteer, so on and so forth. So there are various challenges, I'm sure, which may be little different than what city marathon would be. City marathon, of course, has got a lot of permissions to be taken, like police can just, may not be very supportive. Hill marathon could have another difficulty. So there are challenges. We all are in the novice stage, and I'm sure over a period of time with Hyderabad runners, such professional group today, we've had some, because the first time I participated in that event, I was absolutely awestruck, because after SCMM, if somebody else did that kind of magnitude running in India, I would say Hyderabad runners is the one, hats off to them. Of course, Delhi being a pro-cam event again, so Hyderabad is the next, which is of that magnitude. Bangalore Ultra, I got a chance to participate, and that was again an awesome experience. So, I've started understanding the difficulties what these runners or what these organizers face, and at the end of the day, hats off to each one of you. Of course, we are just trailing the path, and somewhere we will reach at that stage and be at par, and probably you all will support us. Thank you so much.
Good evening. Thank you for this beautiful forum. Venkat, first, thank you for getting the ball rolling. And I was thrilled when Rajesh passed the microphone the other direction, thinking I got time to think about it. But the disadvantage is everybody covers everything, so I got nothing to say. But I think, you can use words like trailblazers, pioneers, whatever you want. At the end of the day, you are here because you have a passion. We are here because we have a passion. Everything else is a challenge. You have to find a solution to it. Government doesn't want you, find a solution. If you want to put it on, you have to find a way. Nobody else is going to do it for you. And what I'm hearing, I've been involved in the sports business since 1986. My claim to fame is Ironman and logistics and design for Ironman events globally. Athletes complain, no different. Charging too much? Yes. Not giving us enough? Yeah. The goodie bag stunk? Yes. Why did we start late? Why was the traffic lights not turned on? I've had athletes hit by cars because communities are upset that we're doing an Ironman race on a Saturday, and that's their laundry day. So challenges are the same globally. It is how we all come together as a community to solve it. Step one is what Venkat has started to do, right? One of the challenges I've been facing is standardization. I have athletes who will come and tell me, I want water every 2 point blah, blah, blah. That is I said, love to do it. Show me where I can put it, and I'll put it. You play within the environment that is available. But as Venkat has said in this forum, it's a dialogue back and forth. Sponsors are a challenge? Absolutely. Who wants to part with money? Because they cannot measure it. That's the challenge, to show sponsors how they can measure. You're giving me 1 rupee, what are you getting in return? Because sponsorship and marketing is such a nebulous field. You cannot measure, and when you're looking at the guy who's going to sign that check, he's a bean counter. He's going to sit there and say, I'm giving this guy 1 lakh rupees, what is he going to give me in return? You know what? These are all challenges. Find a solution. Coming together, talking about it, exchanging dialogues, being free of worrying, oh my God, he's going to copy my idea. I belong to an organization, where we share. Hey, you went and talked to Gatorade the other day. What they have to say? At the end of the day, if you have an original idea, you'll do fine. We're happy to be in India. We're Ashish. Many of you probably know Ashish. I'm the math scientist who sits in front of a laptop and thinks of crazy things that I can make people do. And then I tell Ashish, you need to go find the location to do it. So I think the whole challenge that we are all facing, Mumbai Marathon faced the same challenges 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We should be talking to them, saying how did they solve their challenges? That's what's going to help us. And I think at the end of the day, if you put on a good product, keep athletes in mind, charge them what is a good value proposition, the right amount for the right kind of an experience, they'll come back. Because it happens everywhere in the world. New York Marathon gets 40,000 people. Why? Not because they're charging big bucks. So I think, as a community, that would be my message. Standardization, and let's come together as a community. It's an investment. It's not a profit and loss statement. We are investing. We are here, and we are hoping, as you can see, everybody's been here for a long time. And hoping will continue, and I think a summit like this, where I was thrilled to hear about a race director's handbook, a handbook on training. How many of us have run on, oh yeah, I can train you. You're looking at the guys, okay, I look at them and say, what are you going to train them on? So these are great starts, grassroots movement, whatever you want to call it. We may have been running for 10 years, but the official, starts here. An event organizers association of some kind that can support and leverage relationships, is a solution. So I would challenge all of us to think about a solution, and I think everything else will fall in place. So thank you for the forum, Venkat. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to a few more events.
To keep it short and sweet, basically Shama and most of the other panelists have spoken. At the outset, thank you, Mr. Venkat. I think this is the first time that the organizers have come together, and I think all organizers need to use this forum to actually bring about a change into this industry. I have not been a runner, but Mathiran happened purely by chance. And this year, fortunately, we had Sham, who has been a runner. So I as an organizer and Sham as a runner, I think we could put a much better event than only an organizer organizing a running event or a runner simply running into it. So once we exchange position, a runner becomes organizer and the organizer becomes a runner. I think the gap between the runners and the organizers would definitely be bridged, and most of the issues that we face can be overcome. Thank you all of you. Thank you once again.
Just to conclude, thank all my panelists. I'm sure you'll appreciate what organizers go through now. And we would like the runners also involved in this entire process, and we very strongly feel, most of us are runners, but unless we kind of get more runners on our side, it's going to be difficult. So just to sum up, I'll give you a few thoughts, just taking from Mr. Deepak's idea. Deepak, just to tell you this, we do have a system of sharing of information and everything, but we are now currently, at least we have started working out a manual for race organizers, the entire race. And we're talking to a couple of, we're talking to the road running clubs of America, and we're just trying to see how we can Indianize the entire content. We've started working. Hopefully in the next 5 to 6 months, just like how Venkat has released a medical thing, we'll be having a road running race manual, which every organizer can use it, and absolutely it's not an issue. To take the point of Arvind on sponsorships, we do share a lot of information now. A lot of the sponsors know all of us, and they come and see this. Well, it hasn't been gloomy, but it is difficult because year on year we have to go to everybody. That's very difficult. So that's a challenge. Then Mukesh he has told what he goes to Jaipur. Probably we'll find a solution as to how you can get the government more on your side. One interesting incident I have to narrate is we've had these instances where police is a very difficult challenge. So in Hyderabad, we have 3 academies. We have the National Police Academy where all your IPS trainees are there. Then you have AP Police Academy, and there's a crack commanders Greyhounds unit, which is the anti-Naxal task force for the entire country. So pushing every year. So this year we had for the first time all the IPS trainees. They either did a half marathon or full marathon. Now it's become part of the calendar. And our hope is that as these people go out everywhere, so 5-6 years down the lane, when you go for the police permission, that will at least tell that I ran a marathon. So I know what you people go through. So that's an effort we have put in. So similarly, we have had the Greyhounds people participate. We have done all this kind of stuff. But still, it's a challenge. I would say it's still a challenge. So similarly, you might have to find similar solutions in your area. Hyderabad is again a big place for the Air Force. You have the Air Force Academy trainees. You have the both for the beginners and the midway career pilots. So they have come on board with us. So we are doing our best on all this to get the city as inclusive as possible. So you're getting there. I'm sure you must be having similar instances over here. And then, yeah, sponsorship I've covered, government I've covered. So we will definitely work together to improve the experience. As you know, as all of us over here, both it can be professional management companies or running groups. Our earnest effort is there to do all this. And it's like, you know, in my house, there's a very big joke. I mean, this is the time of Shankranti. It's a very big festival down south and all. Or, you know, it's something like the Holi or Diwali. So my wife and all feels that it's a 1-month Diwali before the marathon. So that is a big festival in the house, it seems. So I'm not there. Everybody is there in this thing. So it's that kind of thing which we all work for. And we really put in a lot of effort. And we look forward to your continued support, your thoughts, anything you can share it with Venkat, and we will take it forward. Thanks a lot to all the panelists. Thanks once again.
So thank you everybody for being here. They say that, many people who don't run think that, oh, they to 21 kilometers bhagte hai, to pagal kutta hai. Why should somebody run 21 kilometers? They think that runners are mad people to run so much. Especially non-runners, people in our families think like that. But I say that, if you are already a runner, then you should be a mad person to organize a running event. because any ordinary idiot can be a runner, but it takes an extra special kind of an idiot to be a race organizer. Because that is the amount of difficulty. You have to be a little bit of a masochist and a sadist to be a race organizer. And I really want to thank you all for giving us the experience every year, different flavors, different places, different formats. And if this people didn't exist, I would say that there would be no running. There would be no work for us as summit organizers. There would be no work for Dan, people like Dan as coaches. There would be no work for people like Kinita as sport nutritionist if these people didn't exist, okay? So thank you very much, at least on our behalf of all the runners who are present here, and I'm sure that everybody else will agree with the sentiments. And with these few words, I call this summit to a close. And I would be very much, wrong if I didn't thank the speakers who came today. Each one of them is a professional. Each one of them is extremely competent in what they do. They're probably one of the India's best in each of their respective areas. But just based on my invitation and my desire and my passion to do this, each one of them agreed and they accommodated so much with me. Milind Soman came, Gulpana came, and Dr. Contractor, in spite of tomorrow being the Mumbai Marathon and he being the medical director, complete hands-on kind of role, he took time out to come here and share whatever. Dan has been with us. Dan also has a very busy schedule and he took out time. It takes a lot of time to make presentations like this. Nobody, everybody is doing work to put this summit together. And I want to thank lastly the participants who came and who registered and who are here with us and who have patiently sat here, even though many of you all are running a marathon tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you.